happens to be my favorite name, the name of my grandfather, who is my all-time favorite person ever, and my nephew Ben. So, in fact, if I had a son, his name would also be Ben. I don't. But I'm glad to be talking to a Ben right now. And to Julie and Mike from Edgerton, please believe us when we say that American Family Children's Hospital is your hospital. And listen to the story that we're about to share of what went down with Ben. This has been, not to undersell anything, but quite the half year for you guys so far. And, quite the year for you guys so far.
Yes.
Julie, if you can, just walk us through what Ben wants to get into too. Walk us through as best you can what happened to Ben first.
This last year has been a very long and rough year for us. Last June, Benjamin, our son, was involved in a car accident. He was riding his bike one morning and was hit by a car. He was taken by med flight to the Children's Hospital here with brain trauma. We have the best hospital here that we could ever ask for. It's just the greatest place, and we're thankful to have it. We truly believe, sorry.
Please do not apologize.
He saved his life.
It's become quite the theme this day so far, hasn't it?
Absolutely. Not only did they save his life, they went above and beyond, I'm sure, what you ever imagined anybody would do while a little boy is in a hospital bed.
Yep.
The services that they did to make him feel better. I heard that Ben got a magician to come to his room.
He did. He had his own special magician.
Yeah.
His own special show. We kind of forgot about the magic show going on that the Child Life Services perform. And after the fact, I kind of heard about it, and I thought it'd be neat for Ben to have a picture of the magician. And not only was the picture taken with him, but he did his own little show with him.
I'm sorry for interrupting. I can't wait till the video is posted because you bring up the magician, Ben's face lights up. He's smiling so
Right
huge
now,
right
he's
now.
not able to speak. He's making sounds and noises, and he is just talking up a storm. So excited about it.
It's awesome.
He can understand what's going on.
I'm sorry, what was it?
He can understand what's going on when we say and everything.
He's just not able to express himself right now.
So I bring up the musician.
Sure.
Knows.
Awesome.
Yeah, he expressed himself really well there, though we could see it in his face. That's awesome.
There was a lot of fun services through Child Life and volunteers that was going on. Not only for patients staying here, but other family members as well. Ben's trying to grab the microphone to talk himself.
You know, I'm glad that you brought that up because when you become a champion at 1-877-719-kids, you know that a hospital's going to have medicine. You know they're going to have doctors and nurses, and you know all that stuff's here. But you don't think about the other programs, a magician coming in. By becoming a champion, that's what you're helping pay for. There's also an unbelievable program here that's something I never knew existed called the Pet Pals program. And that was also something that, please share with our listeners of how instrumental that was in helping Ben's therapy.
Ben loves dogs. He told me
Yes.
before this accident when he could talk, of course, that you can always call a dog a puppy no matter how old the dog is. He loves puppies. So I thought they had the Pet Pals. What it is volunteers bring their dogs in twice a week for the kids to see and pet. And I thought this is just going to turn Benjamin right around. He's so excited, and the first time we seen the Pet Pals, he was still in stages of a coma, and I thought, this is just going to do it. He's just going to light up and maybe even talk. And week by week, we could see him becoming more alert, aware. He didn't have the best use of his hands, and he got his hand out towards our last visit here and was petting the dog, and just week by week, you could see him just light up more with those dogs.
You know, I want to stress to people that, Julie, you had no thought that you would ever be here before this happened.
No.
And sometimes we hear things and you're like, okay, well, my kid doesn't have cancer, or my kid doesn't need a liver transplant. Your son was doing what every kid does
He
every
was
day on a day like
perfectly
today.
normal, healthy 6-year-old.
Riding his
And
bike.
one day, our life changed, and you never, I was thinking about that before, I would have never thought we'd have to be here, number one, at all. Number two, we were here for 3 months, and I don't know how we ever survived such a traumatic injury. He was in a coma for 5 weeks. We didn't know the outcome of it. Nobody knew. It was just up to Ben. We were here for a total of 3 months, and I don't know, looking back, how we made it through those first 5 weeks that were so scary, and just the unknown. But then a total of being here for 3 months, you just think, wow, that is a long, long time, and you just do what you have to do, and everyone here was so great. We had super good doctors, nurses, the therapists, and actually we joke with the therapist every now and then. We stop in to visit, and they love to see Ben and notice improvements all the time, which we love to hear.
Yeah, that's too much.
We told the therapist here, if we ever win the lottery, which we hope, we're trying, that we are going to hire those therapists to be our own. They're going to be at our side all the time working with Ben. The hospital here has so many great services. We stay at the Ron McDonald House many, many, many nights. It's nice. They offer meals here. They have kitchens through the Ron McDonald House. They have sleep rooms and intensive care. They have laundry services, anything you can imagine. There's just so much that they offer here to make you feel more at home and just help you get by from your day to day. And also to mention our days in the urgent care, or the intensive care, was so scary for us, and just the unknown. Things were pretty bad. He was pretty bad off, and the nurses were not only here to take care of Ben, but were here for us as well, and they were very caring and supportive.
That's what becoming a champion for $15. That's what you can do. You get to give that to Ben when you become that champion.
Exactly right.
You give Ben, the Pet Pals program, so Ben can see his puppies, and the magician, so he can have a show and do a show with the musician or the magician, and look at your beautiful smile.
Yeah, and
Look
he can
how
flirt
happy
with
you
Tammy
are.
too. He can flirt with Tammy. I see what's going on here.
He likes to flirt.
I guess he does. Now Ben is back in school.
He's back in school, and school is just the best thing for him. He loves going, he loves to see his friends.
And I was going to ask, how are the friends? Because kids can
They
be
are
tough
awesome.
sometimes. Did that worry you at all?
That was my biggest fear of
Yeah.
him going to school. How his friends would look at him differently. I think it's more harder for me than him, of course, but all his friends are very supportive and help him and are very caring. And I was told at school, he's in the regular classroom with his kids, with his peers, his friends, for pretty much everything. He does get taken out of the class every so often for some therapy, and he gets very mad. He shows his anger that he doesn't want to be taken out. He wants to be with his friends.
Yeah.
And school has just been the best thing for him.
Ben, you're a tough kid. It's
Yes.
great to meet you, to watch you smile, because it makes us feel so good about what we're doing here.
Absolutely.
As we are getting champions today. Get some champions for Ben. As a matter of fact, Ben was an inpatient for 12 weeks here after his accident in June. Because of that, we want 12 champions. And we got to do that before 4, is that right?
Yeah.
Before 4?
So we have less than 40 minutes.
All right.
So you can call the Subway phone bank, 1-877-719 kids, 1-877-719-5.